What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Maze podcast. I'm your boy, Herman Hildo, aka Halu Halu, and I got my boy, Corby on the line. Say what's up, my dude.
What up?
Yes, we are live streaming through Zoom. This will obviously be recorded, but this is our first attempt to do a Zoom podcast. Super excited about it. Welcome to Beyond the Maze podcast. This is episode 43, and it is called Chocolate Covered Nugget Surprise.
Love them. Love chocolate nuggets.
Anyway, this episode's a play on from last episode that we did. I guess in the beginning we had talked about is life really like a box of chocolates? And then Corby goes, of course it is. You know what you're gonna get because it's a chocolate covered nugget surprise. But anyway, really excited to be here. Really excited to try this Zoom call. It seems to be working fine. Hopefully there's no bumps in the road. And let us know if you like it or not. We are thinking about putting this up on YouTube. Definitely be on the website on www.rootedkingdom.com. So you'll be able to find our podcast there. That is where our actual podcast lives. It is through Rooted Kingdom. Because if you didn't know, I'm going to tell you right now that Beyond the Mist podcast is brought to you by Rooted Kingdom.
Right? Create.
Live in Royal Kingdom. This is where you are soared today for stronger tomorrows. Yes, that's what we do. Rooted Kingdom is a fitness company.
Is that your logo? I mean, motto? Was you make that up?
Yes. Okay. Wow, so
you better patent it. Wait. Trademark it right now. Trademark it.
Trademarking is very, very, very expensive. But yeah, we are actually coming up with logos because, those of you that are interested in entrepreneurship, dude, there is nothing like it. I absolutely love it. I love being my own boss. I love being able to, follow my own rules, not having to follow direction from what the federal government says or what a corporate company says, because
fuck the man,
dude. It's
oh, can we not curse? Is that a bad thing?
No, I don't care. I don't care. Although we did it was funny. I wanted to share this with you. And one of our listeners has said, I love your podcast, but there's a bit of cursing going on with the other host. And I was like, it's a free country. So.
I don't like the cursing, huh? Okay, so what's weird about that? It's always been weird to me, right?
Yeah.
Because all words are made up, right?
Sure.
So who decides what word is bad and what, you know what I mean? Like, it's always weird. Like, obviously, if I'm using a word negatively towards you, that's like towards a whole, group of people. I mean, obviously it's negative, right?
Right.
But like, who decided, the F word was bad? I don't understand that. I don't get it.
I don't know.
Who decides what words are not appropriate to say in public?
For me, they're just words, man. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway,
like here's the deal. Here's the deal. We're getting to a place where words be hurting people. You have freedom of choice. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. Turn it off.
I mean, I would rather they not turn the podcast off because I'm saying the F word. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, when did words become so scarring to people?
Well, here's the deal. Let's talk about this because I like this. I like this route. It's just like this, just like we talked about last episode. Life is not like a box of chocolates anymore. Before, you used to never know what you're gonna get. It was like a surprise, right? But nowadays, everything's labeled. Everything's labeled. On our podcast, it says E for explicit, right? And if you're going to get offended, don't listen to it. I
just don't get how words, like, just because I don't know, dude, it's so weird. Does anybody else think this? But we've become a society where just because somebody says it makes it true.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense to me. It used to be like that when we worked in the prison, right? Mm-hmm. If somebody made an accusation or whatever, it was just automatically assumed as true. So any crazy person, which has happened to me when I tried to hold somebody accountable, young, and they didn't want to be held accountable. And so then they make up a bunch of words, right? And then all of a sudden, I mean, it's true, right?
It's true.
I'm so annoyed with the truth and the facts not mattering to anything anymore. It doesn't matter, like, if you like somebody or hate somebody. Like, if if it's something's factual, it's factual. It doesn't matter what you feel like, right? And the same thing with words. Like people make up words or say, like if I'm walking down the road and some random person says, "Hey, fat fuck," like why should that bother me? Like that's that just because you said it don't make it true.
Right. I
I
mean,
mean, I am kind of on the chunky side, but
but it's I get it. So now let's talk about the other side of the coin, right? We talked about that coin, right? I'm for that side where it's labeled, if you don't like it and it's explicit, don't listen to it, But now let's talk about the other side. Like let's go off the side that um of yeah, we should respect other people's opinion.
we
And
should.
we
I
should.
think, yeah.
I absolutely think so. You know what? Um, just being a podcast, we're trying to set a good example. So yeah, maybe we shouldn't swear as much. You
And
know what I
that's
mean?
fine. And that's fine. I'm cool with that. I don't, if I'm in the presence of somebody who, and I curse a lot, and I don't know why I curse a lot, but I do.
Mhm.
It's just always been part of my nature for some reason. It's how I express myself. But if I'm in a church, I'm not cursing.
Right.
You know
No,
what I
no,
mean?
that makes sense, Bob. That makes sense. But
But
here's my thing is, dude, like I totally agree with that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a jar, and every every time you say a naughty word, but
dude, I like that
I'm gonna
cup.
charge your account, dude. Oh, isn't it?
That's a nice cup, bro.
I think my mom and dad bought this from me, or my,
Really?
bro, I don't know. That's a
I
nice
got me a
cup
little.
too.
It's a little. Kane got it.
Hey, that's Seattle.
Yeah, Kane got it in Seattle when he went there. When he went there recently,
Oh,
brought it
nice,
back.
dude.
Yeah. But anyways,
Nice.
let's get back to this to the swear jar.
Yeah, so I think every
We're
time
gonna
you
be
swear,
millionaires.
oh no, I don't swear in the podcast.
I know you're gonna be
You.
a millionaire.
Honestly, I don't find offense to it. But I think if somebody's asking us not to swear as much, and there could be good reasoning behind it, because maybe they want to share it with other people, but they don't want to be like, hey, look, if I share this podcast with you because I know this person is really good podcast, but I'm almost it's almost like they don't want to because of all the cursing and swearing. I totally get it. I get that side of the coin too,
Well, I
so
mean, it's not like I've been swearing every other word. It's like 3 or 4, but okay.
I honestly don't care, dude. If you want to swear, you go for it. But let's talk about that,
I'm
man.
infringing on my rights.
You're
No, I'm just
okay. Let's talk
I'm
about it, bro.
joking. I'm
No, no,
joking. I'm
no,
joking.
no. That's ding. Was that a ding dong? See, that cued perfectly. But let's talk about that, right? We have freedom of choice. We have freedom of rights. If you want to swear, swear. You know what I mean? If that's what you use, that's what you use. I can't tell you, but like, Corby, I don't like that you're cussing or swearing. You're fired from the podcast.
No, I don't. It's not that big of a deal, dude.
I don't think it's like I think that's excessive, dude. I mean, it is what it is. Next topic.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't know. But let's talk about it, man. We were talking about entrepreneurship, man, and what I do like about being my own boss, bro, is that I do me. I feel like we're coming to a society where there's a lot more workers out there who want to be freedom with their time, whatever. And because now we got labels, we got jobs called content creators and what's the other one, Corp? Social media
Influencers, which is weird to me.
I mean, it's weird to me too.
It's a weird thing to me, dude.
So I don't. I struggle maybe because I'm from a older generation. I'm a millennial. I'm born in 1982. I'm 39 years old. Where I don't really like social media. Like when social media first came out, man, it was really, really, really cool. I do appreciate social media because if we didn't have it, Corb, me and you would have be having this podcast right now. So it's done a lot of cool things. But I remember when Instagram first came out, dude, it was really, really cool. You see what people post in real time. There was no algorithm, and I feel like the algorithms totally messed everything up, bro. And then now it's becoming this battle. Now if you notice, there's a lot more fake people out on social media. Like I know a few people that it says on there, oh, I'm going to teach you how to make money, how to make money. I'm going to teach you how I own this car. When I know for a fact that's not their car that they're posting up. You know what I mean?
No.
It's like, why are people portraying to be this fakeness? Now, when that happens, now other people who are seeing that content, and yeah, some of these people got a huge following, but it's not real. Like if you like, I know these people. It's like, that is not you. You don't have money. I know you don't, because you're always asking me for freebies. You're always asking me, say, hey, I can't do this, I can't do that. Can I, can you lend me this much money?
To me, social media has just really brought forth to the very, very, very front, and brought light to what human beings really are. We're not good right now, anyways, where we're at. Like, social media could be great, right? Because you can connect with any human being anywhere in the world instantaneously, right?
Yeah.
That sounds awesome, right? Imagine the possibilities, what we could do with social media. What could we do with social media? We could bring light to things that aren't that I don't know about in my little corner of Southern California, right?
Yeah.
People getting persecuted in some other country, you know what I mean? People still being enslaved, and we should be able to do something about that via
Right.
social media. But what does it do? It showed us, the world just showed how nasty and disgusting we are as people. Because what did we do? Instead of helping each other and having a network to help everyone, we literally use it to crap on people
Yeah.
24/7, dude. That's all we do. You got people that are so bored and with their lives, and all they do is sit around and try to bully people, you know what I mean, online.
Right.
And that's the forefront of it. It's, instead of helping, it's just created an entire fake network. It should be called fake book, because it's just
Right.
everyone on there's
Okay.
fake, you know. Everyone struggles, man, you know. And going on to your entrepreneurship, like, you should be able to use social media. Other entrepreneurs should be able to use social media, connect, and kind of help each other out and build a community where, because everything builds off each other, man. You realistically, you're not, you shouldn't be in competition. You know, there's competition for certain things or whatever, but it should be used to help one another. But it's
Right.
not. It's just nobody knows what's true or what's not true. And honestly, the news and the media, and I've said this on our podcast, I cannot stand news and media, because
Yeah.
to me, it's just all one. It don't matter what you look on, dude. It don't matter if you're looking on CNN. It don't matter if you're looking on Fox News. They're going to cover the same story, and they're going to cover it completely different. So what's fucking truth, man? We want the truth, right? All we want is the truth. Like, give us the truth so that we can react accordingly, right? But there's no
Right.
truth. There's no truth on social media. There's none.
No, it
Zero.
it actually makes sense,
It's
man.
sad, bro. It's so sad to me.
I want to talk about an incident that happens. I I think it happened right after my law enforcement career ended, with my retirement. One of An officer that I knew, young kid, he actually died. Right, he got I believe he got killed in some kind of motorcycle crash, or something happened.
I
Anyway,
know him.
yes, I believe you know him. I believe young kid, a good kid.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So he odd, oddball, but
Who's
of
not odd?
course,
I'm odd, bro.
I mean, we're all odd. We're all odd. We're all weird in our own certain way. But what I mean is, and I should take that back. The
No.
perception,
It's
the
cool.
the perception of him towards the other cops,
Yeah.
he was considered odd,
No, I
right?
mean, he was right. Right.
You
I
know,
mean,
I thought he was a great guy. Anyway,
yeah.
he was going through some problems, and everybody, a lot of
Oh, I know
people.
you're talking about now.
So there was, specifically the assignment that we were at, the location that we were at. There's all these groups. You got the cool cops, and then
It's
you
so
got the
weird,
it's
dude.
just so weird. It was just a weird dynamic in where me and Corby worked at. It was just a weird dynamic. Like, you would think that all cops were like united. Absolutely not.
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
It's the
It is a
opposite.
complete lie. It's a complete lie. But anyway, they they always talk bad about this guy, and you know, so I was the type of guy, he would always ask me for help. And obviously I was like, yeah, man, come on, man, come hang out with me, dude. Come in, take a break. Cause you know, I was a foreman. So I was in a position of power. I had access to stuff that he didn't. So I'm like, yeah, man, come on in, brother. Sit down, have a seat, take a break, bro. You've been working hard all day long. I was absolutely really nice to this guy. And people, I know for a fact that they always talk crap about him.
I know exactly who you're talking about now. Yeah,
Because
they
yes,
did. They crapped on him.
they would come to me and talk crap about him to me, and I'm like, hey, listen, I
Instead
don't.
of grabbing him by the hand and being like, hey, bro,
Right.
let's show you how this should be done.
So what actually pissed me off when this officer when he lost his life, right? All of a sudden, everybody on Facebook was like, "We love you, brother. We
Yeah.
love you. We're
Yeah.
here for you. We stand together.
Yeah.
Blue lives matter." And they put
Oh,
the
God.
little black line
Through the badge.
through the badge as a symbolization of, hey, this is a fallen brother. He
Yeah.
is not your brother because you were there talking crap about him the other day. How dare you? How dare you use his name in vain to make you feel better about yourself and to get likes on your social media?
Exactly.
Like, if you're listening to this, you know exactly who you are, brother. And that's,
Yep.
dude, I'm just
And
so
you're a dirtbag.
just so sick of that, bro. It was just
But that's why we couldn't handle that anymore, because it was literally affecting our health. It was affecting our,
right,
first of all, we weren't doing good like we thought we were going to do. Right. Like
right.
you know, you're young, and what did we do? We both joined the Marines, right?
Yeah,
Because we have this, and I'm not saying this to sound weird or whatever, but we both had this like this feeling that we needed to serve something, right? Like be
sure.
a bigger part of something, right? And as you're young, you don't really know what that is, so you're looking for groups, right? So you're looking at the Marines, and they're the, you know, they're supposed to be the baddest of the baddest, right? So you want to
Yeah,
challenge yourself, so that's what you want to do. And then you look at, well, how else can I serve when I get out? How can I serve my community? How can
right.
I help people? You know, you're not helping anybody. We weren't helping anybody, man, realistically.
Yeah.
And that's what weighed on our soul, is it was a complete opposite of what we wanted to do. And
Right,
it was
right.
actually damaging our soul, man. It was damaging our peace, bro.
Yeah. And that's just the thing that I'm talking about with social media, man. Getting back to it, dude. Like stop being
Oh yeah,
fake.
yeah, yeah.
And then let's go
But
onto the,
everybody's okay with it. That's the thing,
and
man.
that's the funny. So there's
They just piggyback off of it.
people have two lives. They have a social media life and then they have their real life, right? So here we go. I get all these messages from all these personal trainer business helper gurus. So basically what they do is they help personal trainers or fitness professionals like me get $10,000, $20,000 a month. Okay, just hear me out. Okay, NASM did a study, National Academy of Sports Medicine, right? And this is what they teach us. Whatever you are charging in person, virtual training is 20% lower. It's just how it makes sense. Corby, would you pay me more for my in-person services or for me training you like this online?
That's a weird dynamic, man. I don't know. I never thought about that, dude.
But here's the thing: when I'm with you in person, I can bring to you my equipment. I can bring to you my branched chain amino acids, and just say, hey, dude, this is really good for you. Here, I want you to try this, and I can actually help correct your movement by
True.
kinesthetic, right? By feel, touch.
Yeah.
I can actually be there with you. But now when we're on the virtual thing, right? Yeah, this feels good. I can still see you, but I can't touch you. I can't touch your
Right.
shoulders. Like, hey, this shoulder, move that shoulder back. And that is a big thing because there's
Yeah.
three type of learners, right? You got auditory, visual, and you got kinesthetic learners.
I'm a
right?
kinesthetic learner.
Same here. Most people are either
Most people are kinesthetic.
Kinesthetic learners.
Yeah.
Most people. So for me to help you as a trainer, I it just helps that I touch you. It's just it helps.
You know, that's a good point, because you know, with the world we live in, and I don't know, some part of me thinks some of the stuff that's happened over the last couple of years, obviously not the deaths and stuff, but like I think we've all slowed down just a little bit.
For sure.
You know, and I think people have reimagined what their life should be like, and this whole 9 to 5 rush, drive 100 miles to get to a job that'll replace you tomorrow if you die, and stuff like that. I think the thought process might be changing a little bit. However, this whole virtual thing, I think we're running that route. We're really
Yeah.
trying, because of the pandemic, I think kind of kickstarted Zoom. Zoom has been awesome. I
Yeah.
finished the last like 3 months of my school on Zoom. I took my boards on Zoom. All
Wow,
that
that's
stuff
good.
was all
Yeah.
virtual.
Yeah.
But that being said, I think the pendulum's going to go real far one way before we
And
correct
then
ourselves. I think we're going to go. I
swing
think we're
right
going to
back.
go. I think a lot of things are going to go virtual, and I think it's gonna screw up a lot of things.
Right. So
I think we got to be careful with the virtual shit.
I think so too, man. Because if you notice, man, like I said, two different lives. People are living like in social media or virtual. Like on the people watching this, they only know me from this part, right? But I really like that they could see my setup, man. This is my welcome to my house. This is I'm in my master bedroom. You know what I mean? This is my house. I'm inviting you into my house, right? But anyway, on social media, it's just like the media, like the news media. They only show you the parts that they want to show you. That's what's scary, bro. But they're not showing the grind. So anyway, let's get back to this personal trainer biz expert people, right? So this guy's trying to sell me something. Hey, I can get you to earn $20,000, $30,000 a month, right? How is that possible? And then one guy, he messaged me, goes, hey man, you need to be more present on social media. I could help you. Here's the deal with that, bro. I am far way too busy to make content and put it upload. I just my schedule's packed with clients, bro. I gotta create. So my question is, how do you have so much time to yourself?
And who makes him the expert? That's what I'm having the problem with social media and these influencers. I can go out with on uh I get emails literally every day, like multiple
Yeah,
emails every day. Hey bud, do you want
yeah,
20,000 followers?
that's
Just pay
it.
me fucking $200
Yeah,
or
for
whatever.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what
yeah.
what makes me special? I go out and I pay $200 and I get 30,000 followers, and then I slap the influencer tag on myself and I start telling you what you should do. Who am I to tell you what to do, man?
Yeah. It's funny though. Let's talk about that, bro. So I am a certified, like I have a certificate, bro. I actually went through a virtual coaches course, from my school, National Academy of Sports Medicine. I got it. I got a certificate saying that, hey, I'm good enough to be a virtual coach. I went to school for it. I took a class. So here's the thing with personal trainers is we have to do this continual education units called CEUs. I don't
CEUs.
see. So you know exactly what those are,
We have
right,
to do the
Corb?
same thing. We have to get 40 CEUs a year,
Yes,
or
exactly.
every 2 years or something like that, to keep our license
So
active.
we're
Yeah,
we're the
active.
same thing with
No,
our
it's the same.
license, with our credentials. We have to continually do CEUs. And I was like, you know what, dude? Why not go to this virtual coaches course, to help people? Bro, it has really opened my eyes to a lot. Like you would think, right? You would think that it would just be okay, click this, click that, do this and do that. There's a lot more to it, man. It's actually helped me,
See,
so
I think virtual for fitness world is probably a great thing.
oh, for
And the
sure. Yeah.
reason is because the people that are all jacked up and cut up, the people that like are just fitness buffs, those are the people that kind of dominate the gyms because
Yeah.
it's their home. It's how
Yeah.
it's their comfort place, bro.
Right.
It's
Right.
where they've found, comfort, and that's what their passion is or whatever. But to the average person who's overweight, which is like what, I don't know, 70% of America or something like that. Like a lot of
Yes, it's pretty
people,
high. Yeah.
it's pretty high, to include myself. And a lot of people, I don't feel uncomfortable going to the gym, but a lot of people feel uncomfortable going to the gym. They don't know what to do. They don't
Yeah.
know if they're lifting. And then on top of that, you and I've been sharing videos lately of people in there.
Oh my gosh.
Not the people doing dumb stuff trying to get attention, but I'm talking about people just trying to work out, but like not working out properly, like swinging their arms,
Yeah.
doing too much weight, that kind of thing. And
Yeah.
it's easily correctable. But instead of correcting people, they video them and make fun of them.
Just make fun of them.
So a virtual space for exercise for a lot of people, I think, is a very good thing, man.
Yeah. It
They
helps
can feel
build
comfortable in
confidence.
their
Yeah.
home. They can turn off their little picture if they want to and just follow what you're doing. They just need some help and some guidance, you know what I mean,
You
on what to
know,
do.
when I do my group fitness classes, man, I'm starting to see more as people are becoming more comfortable because unlike personal training, Like I constantly change my my sequences in personal training, but with group fitness, you really want to give the attendees, the clients, the students a chance to learn the sequence. So typically we don't change the sequences. It stays the same
No.
for about a
Yeah, you got to
month.
get them confident, bro.
And that's it. And I'm going about 2 months into my group fitness classes. I'm starting to see cameras. I'm starting to see open cameras. So it's really, really, really cool to watch people's
It's good. It's
confidence,
confidence.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
even
Comfortability.
I do virtual training on with the client over in Colorado. And he's expressed that he just doesn't go to the gym because it's you see all this equipment there, and then you get so much data from people's like, hey, look at me. Like you saw those videos, people just using the equipment wrong just to show off, right? They want to show this and that, so now they get this, they're afraid to do it because they don't want to get hurt or be embarrassed, you know what I mean? So this virtual training has been great for him because it's giving him the confidence. And now I don't want him with me forever. If he's with me forever, then I'm stealing his money. It's my job to get him from point A to point B. That is my job. Now you got trainers out there, you got whatever these so-called professional social media fitness trainers, professional, who are not licensed or credentialed. They're gonna keep you and only give you just enough. So you got to keep coming back, bro. And shame on you to trying to make money off of these people, bro. Our job, just like yours, Corb, and I'm not trying to compare myself to the fitness industry or to the health industry. I'm not trying to claim that.
It's all relative, man.
But our job is to help people, Corb. This
The
is
same.
why me and you left law enforcement.
Yeah.
That's why we left. Like we weren't feeling satisfied. You up and quit. I was fortunate enough that I was able to
That's
retire.
wild, right?
Yeah, but man,
It was wild, dude.
I remember you came to work that day. You go, Herm, I'm quitting. And bro, like not to sound
Nobody believed
weird,
me.
not to sound weird, dude. As soon as you left, bro, you were my lifeline. Like you're like my outlet. Like you're my safe place there, because we worked
Same.
in a very, very, it wasn't a dangerous, like me and you've been through some dangerous positions.
Where we were at in Dublin was not dangerous at all.
No,
It,
it
no,
was
it was
the hardest part was dealing with the other
the
cops, the other
staff, dude.
staff. That was the
Yeah.
hardest part, bro.
Yeah.
And Dublin could be a gem in what is it? The diamond in the rough.
It could be, dude. It could. Everyone, oh my God, it was so frustrating. Yeah.
We made the most money there because locality
Most
paid.
money. Yeah.
It was beautiful,
Beautiful. Yeah.
beautiful. But then people just get this chip on their shoulder. It's like this entitlement. Like there was like this entitlement in Dublin. I don't know where it came
Literally,
from.
the entitlement is you can't make me do my job. That was the
Right.
entitlement, dude. It was so
Right.
weird.
It
It's
was
like,
just so weird,
bro,
dude.
your job is so easy. It is so easy, but you
Right.
literally are fighting everybody just not to do it. It was just bizarre, man.
Anyway, man, that's we ranted enough
No,
about that. But
it makes me feel good because
it does, right? It makes me
because
feel good to talk
no,
about this.
dude, I had a retirement, like a really good retirement, and I still get a portion of it, but I had a whole bunch of money saved up. I had all this stuff here, and I threw it all to the wind, dude. And it's still scary because
But Corb, you're happy. You're a living testament, dude.
I
Like,
am happier.
and it was scary, man, because I was afraid for you too. Like you took
was
that
terrifying.
you took that leap of faith on your own. For
Uh,
me, I kind of got pushed out. My back was against the wall. I had no choice,
No.
And fortunately enough for me, I was
Well, to be fair, they left you there to die. Excuse me.
no, it's true, man.
It's angering, bro.
But you know what though, bro? The bureau, they took care of me, man. When I had my back against the wall, they could have left me high and dry. But
That is cool.
they took care of me, man. So I have nothing but love for the bureau, man. And I do thank all those people that were in my corner batting for me, man. And you guys know who you are, man. And I'm talking like top executives there, just going to bat for me.
It's because that you always gave your all there.
I did.
You were
bro.
never one of those ones to just complain and not do your job and this and that, whatever. Like I always came to you because I knew you were the only one that was gonna. I felt messed up because you were the only one that was gonna do the job, but you're the only one I could depend on there, pretty much. There was a couple overall. There was a couple overall, but at the time you were the only one I could depend on. So I literally gave you all the work, and I knew it was messed up, but it was either I couldn't do it all myself,
right? Right. It was Anyway, man, I want to get on to another subject. right? It's kind of in line with this, and it's almost in line with what we talked about last week. Like, remember last episode we talked about that study where the kids would take a test,
Oh
and then
yeah.
can you go ahead and redo a recap about that?
Dang, I should have researched and looked it up again. But
It's
in a
okay.
nutshell, it was some sort of social science class or something to do with social something. And it had to do, I don't remember the specifics, but basically what happened is somebody complained about something. The teacher said, okay, well, we'll do average grade averages. So no matter whatever, just an average of the grade, right? So you take this test and the average, that's what everybody will get. So like the first time around, 3/4 of people studied hard. A quarter of people said, well, you know what? There's a party tonight or whatever. I'll get the next one. So they didn't do anything. So the grade average was something like I don't know, 83. And then they did it again. And basically just each subsequent test, everybody that was actually studying was like, why the hell am I going to study if they're not going to study? So basically at the end of the class, everybody failed. And that's a great working example of socialism. If you don't give people something to as a drive, if people aren't driven about something, they're going to do nothing.
Right.
And that's humans. And that's not me saying it. Go look it up. Go look at research. I'm not talking about Twitter, but go look at research.
Right. Actual research. So
actual research. Humans have to have something I'm not saying it right, but the drive to do something. There has to be, humans have to have adversity. We have to be able to overcome stuff. We have to have something in our lives that's driving us to do something. If everything's handed to us, we don't do well.
So I seen a tweet from John Cena today. Great tweet, dude. I'm a big John Cena fan ever since he was WWE. He's doing his own thing. I love John Cena because this guy is never like, look at me, look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing. He just does it. He doesn't say nothing about it. He just does it. There's a lot of things that he does that nobody really knows about. But anyway, John Cena put up a tweet today, and it was something like this. To be a hero, you need villains, right? To succeed, you need failures.
True.
I just thought it was awesome. So I want to talk about something. Participation awards.
They ruined us, man.
Ruined us. So here we go.
I think they did.
So let's talk about participation awards, generally speaking. Now, what is a participation award? You just showing up. You just show up, you're gonna get an award, boss. Say, hey, congratulations. But that guy doing 100% is gonna get the same award as that person that did the bare minimum.
Eventually, you're gonna get tired of it.
You're gonna get tired of it. So, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I think it's bad for the person as an individual, but I think it's great for the company. It's a great marketing aspect, right?
I'm going to disagree with that as a company.
Okay, let's do it.
And here's the reason why. The reason why is, you remember, and we'll go back to to our previous position. So I was the person that put everybody in for awards. Okay. So I would put literally the same people in for awards because the same people were doing the same stuff. They were the ones that were doing the work. So if you're doing the work, then you get the award. But I was pulled aside and I'm like, you're submitting the same people for awards. Yeah, I am, because the same people are doing the same stuff, and the same people who aren't doing their job are still not doing their job. So why should I give an award to these people? Right. But anyways, I was forced to change that, and it became a participation award. It even became, when's the last time a Black person in your department got an award? When's the last time a Hispanic person in your department got an award? Yeah, it became that, dude. And so in a nutshell, what happened is nobody cared about those anymore.
Right. It didn't.
They didn't mean anything. It diluted everything. So like if I gave you correctional worker of the quarter, right?
Right.
Which I'm pretty sure you got.
I got it a few times, but I didn't really care anymore because.
But nobody cared, dude.
Yeah.
Because it didn't mean anything. There was really no it was just like, oh, he got it. Because then this other person that was a dirtbag would get it every now and then, and you're like, oh well, they just had to spread the wealth. It diluted it all, and it didn't mean anything anymore, and nobody strived for it anymore. So in my personal opinion, if a company does these things where they're just participation awards, it's going to water down and nobody's going to care about it anymore. And then what are you going to strive for?
So it's good for the company externally, but internally it's horrible. What I mean by externally is it looks good. It looks like it looks like, because if you just kept giving me an award, it's going to look like Corby is very biased towards only Filipinos.
Can we
Okay,
just say what it is though?
right,
It's so crazy to me.
but that's what they're going to do. Oh, okay, so Corby is married to a Filipina. He's got Filipino kids, and his best friend is Filipino, and of course he's going to give it to another Filipino, right?
Could be.
So then it kind of looks like, oh, you're being biased, but the what's actually happening is I just happen to be a good worker, and you just happened to be married to a Filipina.
Let me tell you, I'm an older dude. So I played sports growing up, baseball, basketball, football. When I played baseball, for example, because baseball is the first sport that I played that I can recall at being young, right? There was we didn't have participation trophies. That's the first place team got a trophy. And let me tell you what, dude, like every kid was like, that was what they wanted, dude. They wanted that trophy, man. We stood on there, and we would have their little awards thing afterwards or whatever, and the team that got in first place would line up and all get their trophies, and that stuck with you, dude. And not in a negative way. It didn't stick with you in a negative way. It stuck with you as, I want to come back next year, and we want to work harder because
you want to crush it. Yeah,
that's what we want.
Right. So getting back to that, there's a couple. And what I meant by good for the company,
I get you now.
Let's talk about also too financial. Let's talk about money, right? So how do I pull people in? Well, if you show up, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you an award. Think about some of these races that are out there. I don't want to say the name, but there's a few races out there. You show up, you're going to get an award, you know? But so
races, like foot races,
like foot races, obstacle courses,
like those just any 5K you do. I don't even think you have to finish it, bro.
No, you still get an
a little
award.
Medal.
You still get an award. So, but you have to pay. But now let's look at the other way. You have to pay to go there. So it's good for the company, but it's bad for the individual, because, like you said, what's gonna drive me to try harder to get a real trophy? You know what I mean? So I was just thinking about that the other day, like, is it good? Is it bad?
I don't think there's anybody that think this is a good idea. I can't, I don't know. Somebody please tell me there's nobody that thinks participation trophies are good. I don't see how you could.
But why is it still happening though? See, and this is where I think
there is that helicopter parent, right? Mom or dad.
Right.
That thinks, well, they take their kid to soccer practice, and they take their kid to soccer games, and their team doesn't do very well or whatever. And it's even like the young kids, they don't keep score or whatever. Like, and then you ask them who won. Like my grandkids, they play soccer. Who won? Oh, when nobody wins. Like, I don't.
Then what's the point? Because like you
said,
of it, dude? we need failures to have success, bro. If
Elon Musk is one of my favorite guys. Elon Musk is one of my favorite guys. I don't know why the dude gets so much hate. Yes, he's a billionaire, but he reinvests every single piece of money he has into what he's doing to make the earth a better place, right? But he always talks about failure. He has the saying out there, there's no such thing as failing 10,000 times, as you just learned 10,000 ways not to do it. I think that's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. It's a saying, you know what I mean? It's whatever makes you feel good, but it is true though. I mean, if you don't look at it as failure, if you just look at it as like, well, this is I found out a way not to do it, so let's just let's go the other route. Let's go the other route. Until you do it.
Man, that was great, man. And that's the thing. I think as people, like, we want other people to do well. We just don't want you to do better than that person. So for example, me and you doing the same thing, Corby, I want you to succeed. I just don't want you to do better than me. But that's how most people are. Like,
dude, I've been around people, man, where especially in the music industry, it's bad.
It's like, gosh, bro,
because music is so subjective. It's so effing subjective. I cannot stand today's hip hop, but that's me, bro. If you love it, then great. You love it, bro. But I've had people, like, other people get ahead and they're like, why is that person? Why did they get to be on the festival?
Right.
Well, I don't know, bro. Maybe the dude worked his ass off. Right.
Maybe people like his music, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true, man. It's absolutely true. Like you always see, I see it all the time, bro. Like, you know, people are doing good, but then when someone else does better to that other person, then it's like they're not happy for you anymore. Like
Oh, it's not even they're happy. They're straight
oh,
hating,
they're
bro.
just hating. Like I remember when I got that promotion from officer to foreman, like people just stopped talking to me.
Oh, I remember you said that.
You just people just stopped talking to me. People that
You know, the
I would
funny
talk to all
thing
the
is
time.
that they didn't even want the job. They didn't put in for the job. They were
Yeah,
just mad that you
they're
are
just
now
mad that
making
I
more
got it.
money.
Yeah, but unlike some, I worked hard to get in that
You
position.
worked very
I
hard, dude.
didn't. I showed up to work on time. I always did my shakedowns. I did my searches. I never had anybody.
You did it with a smile, bro.
Dude, you know what I mean? I always took all the overtime when the lieutenant was like, "Hey, I need somebody to go down and shoot, do a force cell extraction." I was always the first one to go down and say, "All right, cool, let's go." You know, I was just
Yeah.
always ready to work.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, man. I want to talk about something too. California's changing a lot, man. California, starting last Tuesday, I believe it was starting. Maybe it was yesterday. California will no longer require a mask in most indoor settings starting Tuesday.
Yeah.
That was this
Wait,
Tuesday, right? Or was it last Tuesday?
I don't know. I haven't been wearing a mask in a couple weeks now
Yeah,
inside.
but they're not going to require masks in just like general areas like going to the grocery store. You don't need to wear a mask no more.
Yeah.
But the only ones that will have to wear a mask are public transportation,
We
health
still wear masks.
healthcare facilities,
Yeah.
um, correctional facilities, and homeless shelters. Those are just some examples.
Yeah.
And I remember reading that. So they're not doing it in schools anymore. So I just took my daughter to a PFT, a physical fitness test. They had to do it in 5th, 7th, and 9th grade. So
Really?
she did it. And I mean it was cool. The teachers were still wearing a mask, but I believe it's next Tuesday. Um, I think I'm not sure. That they won't be required to wear any mask anymore. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen. It feels like things are starting to finally go back to normal in California. I don't know. Um, I'm kind of hoping it will because well, first of all, I love the whole lockdown thing. I like it. There's no one's out. You know, you don't. California is a very busy dude. Manteca is blowing up. Manteca is a busy little city now. I like the fact that I can go to the store and not having to be bumped into. One thing that I hate, bro, I hate crowds. I don't like being a crowd people, big crowds.
Now,
I don't like traffic. So, and I do like the lockdown. I do like not having to be around people, but I do like we're opening back up because it has this source of normalcy. And I feel like being locked down, we just lost our way of how to talk to one another, how to treat one another.
well, it also it really screwed with people's mentality as well, man.
Right,
You know,
right,
I was trying to look it up right now, but California, I don't, dude, I don't know if masks worked. I know in N95 work because I spend all day in I not anymore because we don't have any, but all day in COVID rooms. So I'm in COVID
right.
rooms, you know, for a good portion of my 12-hour day when COVID's on this huge spike, and I wear an N95, and I've gotten COVID once, but I know why I got it. I was wearing this respirator, and it had I didn't have it attached correctly. It kind of unattached or whatever. But anyways, I don't know if they actually worked, bro. I don't think they did because there's been John Hopkins University did a study,
Yeah,
and they found that everything we did had a negligible outcome, positive out. It didn't do anything. Is
yeah,
what basically what it said. They did this long study and found that everything we did. Now, I said it before in the other podcast. I wasn't opposed to what they were doing. I don't think anybody really knew, you know, how to take this virus at first and was just trying to help people. But I think once it became clear that it really wasn't working, I think politicians more are more afraid to say, hey, that didn't work, let's try something else, instead of just sticking to their guns like it did work. And I think that's super jacked up. But I was trying to look it up. This dude in California, because I can't stand California for real. I love the weather. I love the beauty of it. I love the oceans, the mountains, all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
politics, I can't stand. I can't stand politics anywhere. But anyways, this dude was at his his son's high school baseball game. He was outside and he was away from everybody, like 100 yards away from anybody. He was standing by himself at one of the gates without a mask on, and they arrested him.
Why?
Because he was on school grounds without a mask, even though the mask mandate said that you didn't have to wear a mask if you were away from people, more than 6 feet away from somebody, out in the open. So he was out there. So I don't know, people went up to him and said, you need to leave. And he's like, I'm not leaving my kid's game. So they called the cops and they arrested him. Well, he just won his court case. He just won the court case.
Good for him.
Now he's going after a civil lawsuit against the school. And I hope he wins.
Me too.
And he said, I don't want your money. I was trying to look up the dude's name and stuff. He said, I don't want your money. He said, I just want these specific people to resign and a public apology. That's all I want, because these two or three specific people are the ones that were being so bullish about all this stuff and messing with people, nonstop. She goes, these people resign and you issue a public apology, and I don't want your money. I'll drop the lawsuit. Well, those people aren't going to resign. They're refusing. So now he's going with the civil lawsuit. Good for him.
Good for him, dude.
Because
100% agree.
I understand that they were trying to do something. I understand they didn't know what's going on. Hey, it's all these things were coming out. Oh, it lives on the surface for 6 days or whatever the heck it is. So nobody wanted to touch anything. People were, leaving their packages outside. That's why we couldn't find any disinfectant. They were disinfecting packages and groceries and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, the guy wasn't bothering anybody.
He wasn't bothering anybody. He was by himself, dude. My thing is like, at first I was like, okay, was this guy in the stands? Was he around a bunch of people? Was he just trying to be a, like, you can't, what are those people call it? You're not going to trample on my rights and all that kind of crap. That's stupid too. If I go into a grocery store and the grocery store says, hey, to me, when they said, I want you to wear a mask, it wasn't for me. It was for their workers.
Yeah, wear a mask.
They're trying to protect the workers and keep their. So to me, that's no different than saying put your shirt on or put your shoes on before you come into the store, right? If the store wants me to wear it, okay, I'll put a mask on. I don't care. It's whatever, right?
Yeah.
Those people frustrate me. They go in there and they start yelling at everybody about wearing masks. Like,
right.
Let me by himself.
Let me ask you this, bro, and give me your honest answer or your honest opinion. If we didn't have social media, really let that sink. If we didn't have social media, would any of this really be a problem right now? As far as wearing a mask?
I think so. And the reason I say this is because I was very curious about pandemics, right? Because this is our pandemic in our lifetime. Nobody alive right now, or at least, 99.99 whatever percent of people alive right now have never been through a pandemic, right?
Right.
So I'm like, okay, what happened in the last pandemic? We obviously know that they called it the Spanish flu. I guess you can't say Spanish flu anymore, but that's what they called it. All right. Yeah. So the flu of 1918. Okay. So I was like, how did the flu of 1918 go and how did it end? Because I'm thinking pandemics, everything in life is cyclical. Everything in life is cyclical. Everything continues to come around and spin and go, and the same things happen over and over and over again. So I looked it up, dude. They had the same type of stuff go on. They closed schools, they closed shops, they had people wear masks. There was people in the streets protesting the mask mandates. All that, the exact same stuff happened. Wow. Exact, bro. Wow. Anybody out there, if you're watching, go look it up. It's fascinating, absolutely fascinating.
That is fascinating.
And what happened with 1918 flu, and it lasted 2 years.
Right.
And what does our pandemic look like it's going to last?
2 years.
2 years. It appears to me that in most viruses, it takes us a couple years, our bodies to get acclimated to it.
Yeah.
And for it to mutate enough to kind of put down, because viruses don't want to die. They want to live. And if they're killing all their hosts, they're going to find a way to not kill the host, but keep infecting the host so the virus keeps living on. Right.
Right.
So
that's interesting, bro.
It's very interesting. To me, it's interesting. I don't know. It
that's
may be
interesting, bro.
But anyways, what happened in 1918, and I don't have the specific facts, but they were going through it, and the wave, they had waves just like us, and the waves kind of, and people got fed up with being indoors. They got fed up with being things being closed down. So everyone said screw it, and they all went to this huge parade that they had every year. I forget what kind of parade it was, but they all went to this huge parade. And then boom, then it hit the worst wave that they ever had, and it killed a whole bunch of more people
Yeah.
because everyone got together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the same thing kind of happens to us is we, the holidays come, we get this huge spike, and then it gets warmer. People start going outside more. They're not gathering as much for in close quarters, and it kind of goes down.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to see a spike around probably 4th of July. You're going to see a spike around, Christmas again, stuff like that. I mean, this is what it is.
But I think that's the importance of history, is we need history there so we can reevaluate it.
But I do think it would be a problem. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Because, and the only reason I say that is because it was a problem then. Literally 100 years ago. 100 years ago, without social media, it was a huge problem.
That's very, very interesting. Getting back on social media, I came across an article from insider.com. Really, really interesting. So the article basically reads that the headliner says another study links ticks to social media as researchers find more time scrolling on apps could make them worse. So I kind of dug into it a little bit more. It just seemed interesting. So what to talk about with ticks, I believe they're referring to Tourette syndrome. When I was on TikTok, I'm not on TikTok anymore for obvious reasons. It's just so political now. Everything's one-sided and it causes problems. Anyway, there was a few people pretending to have Tourette's syndrome for likes. So no, I'm serious.
I know you're serious.
And yeah, and it's just ridiculous. And so kids or teenagers, whatever, or even adults are going through great lengths just to get a like. They're putting people down, they're mocking people. For this instance, they thought maybe showing people that I have Tourette's is going to get me likes. And
what is that, Munchausen? What's that syndrome where you pretend your kid is sick so you get sympathy? Munchausen? Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't do that kind of stuff. So I don't even.
Yeah, but it's morphing into this stuff, man.
So now kids are like getting ticks because it's kind of like that saying, monkey see, monkey do. You see someone else do it, you're gonna do it too. It's kind of like that. Like, you see all your friends jump off a bridge. Oh, I'm gonna go jump off a bridge too. It looks cool.
Think about this, dude. Think about this, though. Think about this. This is fucking, excuse my language. Sorry, I keep doing it, but it's hugely dangerous. And the reason it's extremely dangerous with the way that we're programming ourselves to follow the crowd is people will follow the crowd into atrocities. Mm-hmm. They will stand by. Look at the war in Ukraine. All right. People will stand by and watch horrific things happening or be a part of it just to be part of the group because they're trained this way, dude. And that's why regular Germans rounded up Jewish people. And that's why they were, dude, could you imagine us as Americans, let's say they decide to hate, whatever rate. Let's say they decide to hate Filipinos, right? And they want to round up every single Filipino and freaking gas them. Like, could you imagine people just sitting by and watching that happen? Regular people.
What would piss me off even more is somebody from another country be like, I stand with Filipinos. Right? Like, brother, you're way over there, bro. How are you helping me?
Oh, yeah. That's so that's another what they call that, look at me moment, put a Ukraine flag. I stand with Ukraine. What does that do? It's not doing anything.
There was this guy on LinkedIn and it was funny. I don't know if he's frustrated with the whole Americans trying to say, oh yeah, we stand with Ukraine. Here we go.
You stand with Ukraine till you go to the gas pump, bro.
So he put this link up. He goes, for all you guys out there that are saying you stand with Ukraine, here's your opportunity. It was a link to join the Ukraine coalition. Yeah. So I guess Americans can go and fight over there.
Yeah, there's people doing it. There's former special forces.
That's what I'm saying.
People that are actually doing that. Yeah.
Those guys that are actually joining that, they're not even saying nothing. They're just joining it. So all those people being vocal, all those celebrities being vocal, like, and
silence is. Let me tell you, silence is okay.
It's okay to be silent, bro.
Okay, yeah. Dude. If you're a celebrity, whatever, or an influencer or whatever it is, it's perfectly okay. You don't have to. It's like they think they have to do this or they're going to be canceled or somebody's going to say something negative.
Right.
So it's not even about anything other than themselves anymore. And
Right.
it's perfectly transparent.
Right.
But it's
Just
very dangerous what we're doing here.
it
It's very,
is.
very dangerous.
It is. It is, man. It's scary, man. And honestly, bro, I'm thankful that I can't be recalled anymore. Like honestly, bro, I already been to war. I don't want to see war again. It was
Nobody should see war,
it was
man.
horrible, dude. It was horrible. I'm still, dude. I seen war. I went to war when I was in my 20s and almost in my 40s, and it still bothers me, bro.
It
Like
bothers every single person that's went, dude.
dude, it's horrible. Like I don't want to I don't wish that upon nobody, dude. And then to hear somebody say, "Oh, I stand with Ukraine." Okay, brother, go do something about it then.
I mean, honestly, there's really nothing we can do about it. The only thing we can do about it, personally, in my personal opinion, is be very careful who you vote into office, man. Be
Just
very, very
just
careful who you
just
vote into
saying.
office.
Just saying, bro. You know,
There's a lot of things coming out right now. And again, and I want to say this, man. I want to say this. If anybody's listening out there, I want to talk to interesting people. I don't care if you're hardcore left. I don't care if you're hardcore right. I don't care
don't
if you're in
care.
the middle. I don't care if you believe in, this tree is your God over here. I don't really care. I would like to talk to interesting people.
Absolutely.
That being said, there's a lot of things coming out right now that suggest that the Biden's actions, what President Biden has done, has given Putin the okay to go ahead and invade Ukraine with the pipeline, the gas pipeline that he
Right.
okayed and
Right.
allowed. They knocked this thing down so much because they said, and the Ukrainian president said, if you guys do this, it's going to give him a green light to invade us, because he's going to have the ability to hold everybody around him hostage for his natural resources. And what did we do? We allowed that. Sorry, you hear the jet?
Yeah, I can hear it. Sure.
So anyways, it appears to me, and I'm not on a Trump bandwagon here, so don't think I am, but it appears to me what this guy did, Biden, was he gave every opportunity to do what he's doing right now.
Right.
And I don't want to get into politics right now, but just that's why it's important that you really know what somebody, you really get informed on who you're voting for, and you cannot use social media. And social media is blinding people to what is really going on. They're lying to you. It's lying to you.
And you got to remember, a lot of these politicians nowadays, they just want the vote. They don't. They honest. Here's the thing, but when you give one human being a perceived power or more money, they let's they become weird. Let's take our position at a smaller level. That same person that was rude to you, that filed on you and said that you were being a bully to him, right? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then then you quit. Now he's in a position of power. He changes everything up. He's kind of get this godlike mentality, and I've seen it, and I'm like, look at this guy, so much that that dude actually got into my face in front of my workers, got into my face and started yelling and cussing me out, bro. But you know what I did?
Wow.
Do you know what I did? I did absolutely nothing. I waited to the right moment, because you know what? I'm better than that. I'm not going to get into a contest, a
Can't
shouting
argue with
contest.
idiots.
So you can't. So I waited till he was in his office. I went to his office, knocked on the door, right? Closed the door. I was like, we need to have a conversation about what you just did. And he was scared crapless, because he thought I was going to go to the union and file a complaint. But you know, I did not. I did not.
Man.
But you know what, brother?
That's petty. It's petty.
It's petty. I'm not like that. I'm not
I know you're not.
built like that, bro. I wanted to. I
No.
want you, because he did the same exact thing to you, bro.
Except I didn't do anything to the
Except
guy.
you didn't do anything to it. But
matter of fact, he was the one who started yelling at me when I said, what's going on here? Yeah.
I remember. Remember, it happened too. It was like on a holiday when one of the other foremen got into your face, and he started, and then he walked away, and then he filed a complaint saying that you and me were bullying him. I'm like,
yeah.
Anyway, but let's talk about some lighter stuff, dude. If you didn't know, man, Netflix, like I'm retired now, right, dude? I have my clients, but also need that me time, dude. I love having my own time, dude. I love being my own boss, being my own person. Like yesterday, I went on a bike ride. It was phenomenal. I told Lucy, clear my schedule. I'm going to go on a bike ride. I'm still going to be at my 5 o'clock p.m. class, but I'm going on a bike ride. Well, anyway, I'm so excited for this because Netflix has renewed a bunch of series, dude, like Stranger Things. Bro, I love Stranger Things. I'm a big fan of Stranger Things. I'm a nerd, bro. If you
Never
don't
got
like
into that.
dude, it is, bro, you're gonna love it because it is like backed in I believe it's like in the 80s or something like
I
that.
think so.
It's really, really, really cool. But they only have season 3 up right now. Season 4 is going to be in 2 parts, right? 2 parts. It's coming out May 27th, season 4, May 27th, volume 1, and then volume 2 is going to be in July 2nd. And then after that, they're going to have season 5. So that'll be the end of Stranger Things, bro. Really, really, really excited about that. I just think that is super cool, dude. I love Stranger Things, man.
I'm a big fan of The Last Kingdom. I don't know if you ever seen that.
I watched it, bro. But I really
Like the
like
whole
the
thing?
Viking. Yeah, oh yeah, oh absolutely.
Yeah, they see the next season's I think what came out yesterday or it's come out today or something like
I
that. So
gotta watch it, man. We watched.
I'm excited about that.
Have you watched the Vikings on Hulu?
Yeah, so
Vikings.
I watched Vikings first, and I liked it. I dug it. And then somebody at work was like, "Yeah, the Last Kingdom is basically a spinoff. It's like
Yeah,
Vikings, but on the other side." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." So I checked it out, and I liked it a lot. I liked the Last
yeah,
Kingdom a lot. And so anyway, I think the last season is either out yesterday or coming out, today or something like that. But
right.
I'm pretty excited about that. Dude.
It's probably Friday. It's probably usually they come out Friday.
Maybe.
If you guys didn't know, I'm really excited. I'm a big fan of what's his name? That funny guy that plays Deadpool.
Oh,
Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds. Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds,
I
great dude.
love Ryan Reynolds, dude.
That dude's everything he's in.
Every
Yeah.
movie he makes, like I didn't really like Red Notice, but for the simple fact that
Oh, I
Ryan
liked
Reynolds,
it.
I mean, it was okay. It was a good COVID movie. Like it's
Mm.
great. It was redundant. I could tell you
You could have
without
picked it
watching
out.
it.
I knew what was going to happen.
I knew it was going to happen too.
Right, but it was still
However,
funny.
I just think just with Ryan Reynolds being in there, I just think he's hilarious. He's funny. All his movies. He's got a movie coming out this Friday.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's called the Adam Project. I don't even know
Didn't
what
know
it's
that.
about, bro. But I'm
I'm gonna
really, really
watch it.
excited. But
Yeah.
it's funny, dude. Bro, I love Ryan Reynolds so much, dude.
You know,
I don't know the guy. You want to check out the tattoo I got? I got it on my lower back.
that on
Check
your
this
lower
out.
back? Yeah, Reynolds.
Just come on, guys. Everybody's
Dude,
like, oh.
you know, a movie that I didn't really care for that much though was Free Guy. Like I was super excited to see it, and I thought it was just
Okay,
okay.
I'm gonna mute you right now.
Do you like that movie?
Dude, it was a phenomenal movie.
See,
It
I
was
thought it
great.
was just okay, dude. I don't know. Maybe
Really?
it was in the mood I was in. Yeah, I literally
Probably.
went to the movie. We saw it in the movies.
Got it. Got it.
And
Got it.
I don't know, man. It was. I mean, it wasn't bad. Like it was
Right.
okay.
No, I get it. It's a
I
good
thought it was gonna
COVID.
be funnier.
It's a good COVID movie.
I guess Ryan Reynolds is so funny. I just expect I expect to
Right.
laugh like
Right.
out loud,
Right.
But yeah.
Like I love him in Deadpool, dude. That hit
Oh,
that dry humor,
yeah,
like
Deadpool is phenomenal, dude.
part 1 and part 2 is dope, dude. But anyway, man, we already passed an hour, dude.
All
We
right.
hope you guys love what we're doing with Zoom. This is our first episode. You should be able to find this on YouTube. Definitely be up on the Root to Kingdom website, www.roottokingdom.com.
And dude, I don't know how you feel about it, but if you're an interesting person, you want to talk about something, email Rooted Kingdom.
Yeah.
And hit up Herman, man. And
yeah.
and
Yeah, because
let's
it's a lot easier to bring on guests onto this show.
Absolutely.
We don't care about age, we don't care about race, we don't care about your political belief.
Nope.
If you want to come on here,
I want to hear about it, dude. I want to hear about it.
We want to hear about it, dude.
If you're just this hardcore liberal or conservative or whatever it is, it
Tell
doesn't
us
even have
why.
to be that, dude. If you work on an oil rig out in the middle of the ocean, I want to know about it, dude. I want to talk to you, man.
Yeah, we don't care if you find this interesting. We don't, and if you notice, we just kind of just talk about what's going on in the world, what we feel like. Like I've been wanting to show you guys this ever since we talked about it, but this is my master sword.
Yes.
Look at this thing. This thing's life size, dude. So when the zombie apocalypse happens, dude, you better believe I am changing my name to Link. And then my wife's name is gonna be Zelda.
Oh, I thought I was gonna be Zelda, so you could come save me, but
Anyway, guys, it was
Sorry about the airplanes, dude. I kind of forgot about the
nah,
airplanes
no
going off,
worries.
dude. My daughter's sleeping up in her room, and I didn't want to. I didn't want
No
to bother her.
worries. It's just awesome doing this thing. We got this thing on Zoom, dude. This I'm really excited about it. Here comes the music. That means it's time to end. We just queued it. Peaceables in the house. We love you guys. Paalam. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.